Dear students, let's discuss the chapter highlights once more. First point, Lencho's hope of good rain to have a good crop. Lencho was hoping to have a good rain so that he can have a good crops also. Point number 2, it rains, but the rain soon changes into hailstones. At the time of supper, the rain started but suddenly after some time it changes into hailstones, right? Third point, Lencho has firm faith in God. As we all know, we have read in this story that Lencho was having a firm faith in God. That's why he wrote a letter to God. This is our next point. Lencho writes a letter to God to help him. So he wrote a letter to God just because he was having a firm faith in God. Next point, Lencho asked God to send him 100 pesos. Why did he write a letter to God? Because he wants that he should help him by giving him 100 pesos. Why he demanded 100 pesos only? Just to sow his field again. Next point. Postmaster and other employees laugh at Lencho's letter to God. When postmaster received Lencho's letter, they all started laughing. Why? Because on the envelope, the Lencho has written to God, and they have never seen this type of letter earlier, where any person wrote a letter to God, and here Lencho has written a letter to God. Next point. Postmaster decides to help Lencho in his problem. Earlier, though, he laughed with all the employees, but later on he felt that Lencho has a firm faith in God, so he decided to help Lencho in his problem. Next point. Postmaster wants every employee to help him in this noble deed. So what did he decide? How he could help Lencho? He asked his other employees to give charity, to collect the money. He himself also gave a part of his salary, and all of them collectively gather the money. Next point. Postmaster collects 70 pesos and gives the envelope to Lencho himself. So how much money they all collected? They all collected 70 pesos and Lencho demanded 100 pesos. But they could collect only 70 pesos and kept the money in the envelope. So when next Sunday Lencho came, so postmaster himself handed over the envelope to Lencho. Right, students? Next point. Lencho gets angry after getting 70 pesos amount as he had asked for 100 pesos. When he opened the envelope, he was not at all surprised to see the envelope first. Why? Because he was confident enough that God will definitely help him. So when he opened the envelope, he saw 70 pesos. So he became angry. Why he became angry? Because he thought that God can never do this type of mistake. When I asked 100 pesos, so he would have sent 100 pesos only. So it means somebody has cheated him. So that's why he became angry. Next point. Lencho called the employees of post office a bunch of crooks as he thinks that they have stolen the rest of amount. So what was he thinking? He was thinking that God has sent him 100 pesos, but these post office employees, they have taken out 30 pesos from the envelope. That's why he called all these employees a bunch of crooks. A bunch of crooks means a group of cheaters. Next point. Lencho again writes a letter to God to send him rest of the money. So what he decided later on, he decided that he will write the letter again, and he just to ask the God to send the rest of the money. Last point, Lencho has firm faith in the